the biggest problem of humanity is not sin. The biggest problem of humanity is not the devil. The biggest problem of humanity is the inability to use their choices to choose God. Because Jesus said the reason men will be judged is that it's because the light came and they rejected the light and they love darkness. And in the world where you live, it is done very audaciously. There are many people, when you preach the gospel to them, when you talk to them about Jesus, they think you are being unnecessarily religious. But you see, a point will come where all of us will meet and confront that message. And those who rejected him in time, they will pray to choose him in eternity, but that option will be no more. Nobody will reject Jesus forever. You'll reject him in time. When you cross over to eternity, you will beg to receive him. But the problem is that he will no longer be available for you to receive. But you see, that will become the greatest misery of many persons. When they get into eternity and they realize that eternity will be forever and ever hell experience. Not because they sinned, but because they rejected Jesus. They will never forgive themselves. So their mystery will linger beyond time into eternity. They will hold it against themselves forever and ever. Why they refused Jesus when they had the opportunity to have him. And no, guess what? God will make sure that everybody hears the message. This message, everybody, a point will come where you have a witness that God is extending a hand to you to rescue you. Nobody will leave this realm without having the witness that God stretched his hand to save him. Everybody will have that witness, because God will not be seen as an unjust judge when we appear before him in eternity. He won't come for few and forget others. Every one of us, one way or the other, we sense that invitation of divinity to bring us into salvation. Those who will reject Jesus, they will cry in eternity, but they will never find him. This is why the love of Christ motivates us to preach the gospel to the nations. Even when they reject Christ, we go to pray so that their will not be manipulated. Because many people, the reason they reject Christ is because the God of this world has blinded their minds. So when we preach the message and they reject it, we go back to the altar and ransom them in prayer. We pray and rescue them out of the hands of Satan. Because if they continually reject him, a day will come where there will be gnashing of teeth. It is one of the biggest miseries of humanity.